Divorcing California takes time. Growing up in Los Angeles, city of tamales and lucky cats waving from the top shelf, pasty white girl towering over brown friends with killer serves on the court, white bread alphabetized between Fernandez and Gonzaga, power lines draping the streets like crepe paper and piñatas, hills green for 20 minutes in the spring, and then wildfire ashes falling on the playground at recess, co-mingling with the smog like cinnamon and sugar on a churro. We washed our hair every day, rinsed and repeated. Nighttime helicopters with searchlights like Hollywood, chuttering and chopping through the never-dark ET sky, glowing from movie stars' color TVs somewhere above the big white sign, behind their big white gates where they washed the famous cement out from under their fingernails. Eyes straight ahead through the park, smell of funny smoke from the amphitheater, navigating between the cholos and the perverts to get to algebra before the second bell, safety in numbers. Homecoming game in the Rose Bowl makes me want to brag. We were so cool, kicking Franklin's ass in our imaginations, spending New Year's Eve in the gutters, making out and waiting, watching to confirm that our float was the bitchinest of them all. City looks cleaner, tidier from the air above LAX. Rusty Spanglish dusts itself off as the cabin pressure changes in my brain, while cravings for Ernie Juniors and Casabianca mix on my tongue. The spongy air washes over my high-altitude dry skin, absorbing oleander and eucalyptus and sea salt and leaf blower fumes. Divorcing California takes time. We went to war on a Sunday, and I wonder if the president ever taught a ninth grade class. I stare at the freckled arm of the boy who sits, dreaming glory soldier dreams. He holds a pen and writes a poem about injustice and liberty for all. And I imagine that arm ripped from the socket, seeping into the soil of a foreign country. I see it decomposing there, far from the safety of this classroom and the power of the pen it holds. And all my passion for the parts of speech evaporates, and I am powerless over the grief that floods my face and sweeps my feet over my head. My stomach contracts in revolt at the thought that all my efforts to open up their worlds and set them free are so entirely meaningless on the slaughtering block of tyrants who send children off to war. Root cellar. The canning jar in which you placed me before I was born has grown snug on this dark, cool shelf. The ribs in the glass that form letters and words have embossed my contorted and compromised flesh, have bent my bones into soft, ivory curls. The pickling solution has caused my teeth to yellow, and the lid with the ring presses down where my skull should have grown together long ago. It's questionable whether I will keep through another winter. Shadow. As the mask melted down the face of the mystic, the husband moaned from his bed, and the wife lay down on the altar of their marriage, the lights of Las Vegas illuminating her nude body in garish curves of neon. The heat from the desert rolled across the motel road in waves of fear and infidelity, coating the backs of their throats and the pillow of their sleeping child. And from her position face down in her 30s, she saw the mystic's mind begin to glow from behind the iris of his one blue eye, while simultaneously her husband cried out and stuffed his mouth with sheets already damp with sweat. The night magnified the hallucinations of dreams, like the terrors of a feverish child in sleep, while the hand of love hovered over them all, waiting for the moment to stroke their faces and twist her fingers in their gentle curls. And trucks rolled like windstorms down the sleeping interstate, carrying unseen cargo around the darkest bend.